Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Harriet Westmore with the More Self Discovery Podcast, the podcast where we discover ourselves through our journeys and our own ambitions for self discovery. I am your host and creator, Harriet Westmore, and I am so happy and so excited for our special guest today. She is a serial entrepreneur. I met her through Facebook group, and when I determined where she found out what I found out, sorry, that she developed her own fragrance line. I just had to have her on. So her fragrance line is 408. So I just want to give a warm welcome to Miss Bethany Robertson. Thank you, Bethany, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so 408, where did that come from? And first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself and the name 408. How did you come up with that for your fragrance line?
Thank you. Again, I am Bethany. I am a serial entrepreneur. Throughout school, I really enjoy mixing things together to kind of make something new out of it. And it was just once upon a time, a while ago, I tried a new fragrance and I put it on my wrist. And a couple hours later, I couldn't figure out why am I itching? My arm is bumpy, it's turning red. I'm like, why am I itchy? I'm like, what? What changed? I'm like, oh, my perfume. So from there, I'm like, well, what if I could make something, I don't have to worry about breaking out and having breakouts on my skin if I try a new product. So I was like, what if I'm like, okay, I'm going to kind of research this, see what I can get going. And I did research different things that, not to put in the fragrances, things that could trigger breakouts. So my products are actually hypoallergenic. They're alcohol and it's oil. So all those other chemicals that you may see on a box, I don't have none of that in there. The name 408 is actually my birthday. So I just kind of flipped it around to put it into Roman numerals, more for the rules. But 408 is my birthday.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that's in the caption, your name, the fragrance line. You guys feel free to jump on in if you have questions. This is a live, so just put in your comments or questions and we'll be able to answer them. So 408, and you took it upon yourself, you know, to take your talent and take interest and then turn it into a business. Not too many, especially when it comes to something like fragrances. I mean, because it, like you said, it took, a lot of researching and the chemicals, what works and what doesn't. So tell us, what do you have now? What is type of fragrances do you have?
So I have mid morning. Mid morning is going to be more so a fresh scent. I normally wear to start my day. We have midday. That's more like a sugary sweet. If you're into sugary sweet fragrances, like berries, strawberries, raspberries, that's going to be for you because I think it's a cotton candy note in there too. So when you spray it, it smells like sugar. It's really good. And then midnight is floral. I call that the date night scent. To me, you wear this scent, ladies, if you're going out on a date, just going out, to enjoy your night. You might be going out to a nice lounge with, the ladies. That's going to be that scent. So there's 3 different scents for women. I have one for men that I just launched. So that's
wow.
Too.
So where are you originally from?
I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. Okay. So how did you, when you made your first fragrance, how did you market the fragrance in your area?
So when I first started doing this, it's been about 2 years, and I actually just got back into it. So the very first fragrance I made, honestly, I got on Facebook. I let people know what I had going on. I'm like, hey, I'm giving out free samples. At the time, they were free. They're not free now. I'm sorry. I was giving out, free samples. I was dropping off to people's houses. Anything that I could put my hands on, pretty much promoting on Facebook, Instagram, and just passing them out on the street.
I'm asking because as a entrepreneur, there might be those of us out here that want to start their own business and just kind of I just wanted to get your backstory of how did you, just what was your marketing techniques? What anything else that you want to share as far as what's the importance of getting your product or service out there?
You have to talk to people. You have to let people know what you have going on. Me, myself,
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of shy. I get nervous easy, but you have to overcome that because nobody's going to know what you have going on unless you talk to people. You have to get out there, networking events, conferences, promoting on Facebook, or Instagram, all your platforms, going live. You have to get yourself out there because nobody's going to know if you don't.
I had maybe about a couple of months ago, or a few months ago, matter of fact, I had a series for introverts in business because I'm also an introvert.
I need that.
And so I'm just curious as to how did you, like you're just saying, you just got to get out there. Do you do self talk first, or do you kind of pump yourself out before you go out there? Because
That's a
that's a struggle for all of us who really prefer to work behind the scenes, but
yeah.
but you need to get out there and just do it.
Yeah, I do self talks like before I got on the podcast. I'm like, okay, you have to do this.
Hmm.
Otherwise, nobody know you're out there. Just like I just told everyone else, you have to get out there. Um, it's more so of a thing like you're either gonna do it or you're not. And if you're not, nobody's gonna know. So which path you want to take? And I'm like, well, I want to get out there. So I do a lot of self talk.
Hmm.
I just pretty much put my mind in the motion, like I have to do this. Like if I want to go farther, you have to stop being shy, being reserved. You have to be outspoken. You have to talk to people. I'm trying to work on just walking up to people like when I'm out, like, hey, do you like fragrances?
Hmm.
I'm working at it. And just passing my sample with the business card. I think we make things harder than what they are. It's just a matter of
Mm.
just do it, like Nike. Just do it.
Just do it. Right, that's good advice. I mean, it's hard, but you're right. Just like honestly, self disclosure. As far as I love doing podcasting, but what if I have to do something to promote something like my business? I kind of procrastinate, but
Yeah.
I know I got to get myself out there and do a video or do a selfie or whatever. And you're right. Who's going to know unless you don't put yourself out there? So,
Yeah.
now, in your area, do you do live events like pop ups or anything like that? Vending events and things like that, or network?
So here in Dallas, they have a lot of pop-ups coming up.
Okay.
And it's a matter of picking and choosing because I'm like, I can't be in two places at once. So yes, I am going to
Mm-hmm.
start doing pop-ups. I did buy my table, I bought my tablecloth, and just kind of setting up like in my mind, like when I do start doing them, how I would want my setup. But yes, I am going to start doing pop-ups this spring.
Oh, good. All right. So, make sure you give me the information. I'll put everything in the show notes of where people. Oh, let me ask you this: Are your products available online for
They are.
purchase?
They
Okay.
are. So I have sample packs for
Okay.
the ladies. It comes with all three fragrances: mid morning, midday, midnight. It comes in a pack. Those are $15.95.
Okay.
And if you want to skip the samples and just go into a bottle, the smallest bottle I have is 5 milliliters, and it is $14.95. And
Oh,
then I
okay.
have
Very reasonable.
a larger pack with all three fragrances, five
Mm-hmm.
milliliters for like $40. I don't charge shipping, so whatever you purchase, I for the shipping. And yeah, this
You
is all
can't
one
beat that. Very reasonable
yeah,
and free shipping. You guys, you can't beat that. I mean, where are you going to find that?
right.
So, what do you see yourself doing as far as your business? You said you're a serial entrepreneur. Do you have other businesses that you're doing other than, creating your fragrance line?
Yeah, so I also have a cleaning company here in Dallas. I do mainly Airbnb cleaning. I also do commercial
Oh,
cleaning. So I'll clean Montessori's and Airbnbs primarily throughout the day. So really, it's
hmm.
like Airbnb commercial cleaning.
Oh, wow. Wow. So
Just
you're
my
a
first
busy,
baby.
you're a busy lady then. So,
Very much so.
so what do you see in the future for 408?
Honestly, in the future, my goal is to end up in Sephora. next to
Mm.
Gucci, next to Prada,
Mm-hmm.
next to all those fragrances. I do like my long term goal, maybe even a short term goal, is to end up in Sephora, Macy's, with the big dogs. And I know
Wow.
that it's just about consistency, just staying on path, staying on track, continuing to show up every day. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my goal. That's where I'm wanting to take it. That's where I'm going to take it.
Wow, that's awesome, and that's something that I see that happening in the really near future, very near future. Um, what challenges do you have as a business, um, as a as a business owner? How do friends and family perceive you? Was it hard? Okay, let me ask you this: was it hard when you first started? Did you have the support that you needed from friends and family, or did you have naysayers, or you were blessed to have everybody on board?
On the upper end, I was blessed. I mean, of course, there's always going to people say, excuse me, it's always going to be people to say, you might want to try something else. And I did have people tell me that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's going to be that no matter what you do. It's always going to be someone to say, you should probably do something else. I don't think that's going to take off. You cannot allow that to even live in your mind. It's just
Right.
about really focusing, knowing your goals, and following what you're trying to achieve. It's always going to be naysayers. I still have naysayers to this day, and I
Wow.
pay it no mind. So,
Mm-hmm. Wow. And it's funny because the naysayers are, they could they're probably, how do I say it without while being cute? Um, it's more
mm-hmm,
like an under current of maybe resentful because you're doing something that
mm-hmm,
maybe that they wish they could do and just not, didn't haven't put themselves out there. So I know in certain cultures, and I'm just going to say it, in our culture as African American women,
yeah,
we have the crab in the bucket mentality,
mm-hmm,
and you know like I always tell people, and I've learned just in my journey to my self discovery is that you really know who is in your corner and who's not. Um, and when you become successful in your endeavors and everything, the so-called friends that they may be happy for, they may say that, but you can notice a little bit of different change in the way
mm-hmm,
they come at you. So, I mean, you kind of know God put people in your life for maybe for a reason or for a season.
right,
So,
absolutely,
um, right. So, it can be lonely to be a self-employed, but at the same time, it's also a fulfilling thing because it's your baby. You birthed whatever, whatever you wanted, your vision, you birthed it and you're going to see it through. And people
right,
have to adapt to what you're doing. I mean, it is what it is,
of course,
and you can't be a people pleaser and, worry about everybody else's, feelings to an extent. I mean, because you have to do what's best, what's, God has put on your heart to do. So I really admire and am so excited. I'm the type, I love to lift, when I see other females, especially young, African American females, doing their thing. There's plenty of room for all of us. There's no reason to, to
right,
play that, resentful or play that crab in the bucket, mentality. Because
right.
I mean, there's enough business for everybody.
It really is. It really is.
So,
Absolutely.
who would you say is your best supporter right now? Your best cheerleader?
My best cheerleader was my dad.
Okay.
He passed away in November to cancer.
I'm so
Um,
sorry.
so really, anytime I'm just feel like, oh, I'm tired. Like I just remember conversations I've had with my dad in the past
Mm-hmm.
about being successful with this fragrance line. It really does keep me going. But my dad was my
Mm-hmm.
biggest cheerleader. Um, I actually named a fragrance after him. One of the men's fragrances, 702, which is my
Oh,
dad's
okay.
birthday. So I created a fragrance because at first I was just gonna do perfume for women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
dad passed away, I was like, I'm going to blend a fragrance. I'm going to name it to honor my father, and I'm going
Mm,
to launch it.
wow.
That's exactly what I did. So 702 is to honor my dad. So yeah, that's my
So
biggest
we've got
fear.
so we've got 702 for the men's line, and we've got 408 for the females. I mean, she's covering all bases, you guys. So
I'm
I mean,
doing my best. So we not forget the fellas. I do have 2 scents for the men. The second one
okay,
I just haven't put on the website yet. So if they want
okay,
to order the 702 sample, I would send the second sample too. I haven't named it yet either.
okay.
Almost name
All
it.
right. So I'm going to like I said, I'll have the all information for those who are listening on your podcast platform. So you will have all the information in the show notes of where you can purchase and follow her. Do you have an Instagram or
I
Facebook
do.
group or okay.
I have Instagram. I haven't paid Facebook. I don't really too much use it. Instagram
Okay.
is going to be my main platform that I'm on.
Okay.
Which is IV_VIII_fragrances with the S at the end.
All right. I'll make sure everybody will get that. All right. Any last advice to young people who are wanting to branch out on their own to kind of fulfill they feel something inside of them that they want to manifest? What would you say for them? Or not even just young people, for anybody who wants to
I would say, if not
fulfill their
now,
dreams.
when?
I like
Work
that.
it and execute. There's nothing too big that you cannot do. I know sometimes as entrepreneurs, you're trying to start a business. We're like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that?
Hmm.
Start somewhere. Because I tell you, if you don't start somewhere, you're never going to start. I sat on this for months before I actually was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Let me get all
Hmm.
my graphics together, launch it, and I did. If you don't know where to start, just start somewhere. Research,
Hmm.
research, research. Launch that thing.
Great advice. It's funny that you said if not now, when, because I created a T-shirt, actually a T-shirt. Uh,
Did you? I didn't know
I
that.
did, and I actually said, if not now, when?
Oh, I need that shirt.
So that's my that's my confirmation right there. Just jump out
Ooh.
there and do it right. If not now, when? So, yep.
I need that shirt. And it's okay. If not now, when are you gonna do it? Next
Right,
year, next year,
right.
return this or the year after. We'll look up 2026 and you still haven't watched that thing. Launch
Exactly,
it. Execute.
exactly. I
What they
think
say, empty the clip.
there you go. Oh, I like that. I like that. Wow. All right, Bethany, I really appreciate you coming on. Like I said, I'll have all the information of how people can reach out to you. I'm so excited and so proud and so excited to see what your future endeavors will be with your fragrance line. I, next time if I'm in the area, if I happen to go to a conference or networking event in Dallas or something, I'll definitely look you up and we'll definitely get together.
Oh, for sure. Yep, come on down. The
All
weather is
right.
great.
Oh yeah, yeah. Compared to where I am in Ohio, I'm sure it is.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's like 70 degrees here today.
Oh yeah, rub it in. Thank you. I appreciate
I'm sorry. You can always relocate.
that. I
Look what I
wish.
did.
All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys. Please hit that like and subscribe and share the video. If you or you know someone who is wanting to start their business, and you just want to, just listen to this podcast because Bethany just gave some great insight. And it is. It's just get out there and do it. If you're not going to do it now, then when are you going to do it? When are
When
you going to do it? So,
you're gonna do it now.
um, you do it now. Do it now. Now. All right. This is Harriet Westmore for More Self Discovery Podcast. You guys take care of yourself, be safe, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.
Right.